Hello everyone, I'm Abhasu and welcome to my course on NIST Risk Management Framework. And today we are going to discuss about fourth step in the implementation of RMF framework, that is implement, and there are two tasks corresponding to that. So we'll discuss about that. But let's start with this step, which is implement. So let's understand what is the purpose of this step. The purpose of implement step is to implement the control in the security and privacy plan for the system and for the organization, to document the baseline configuration, the specific detail of the control implementation. So it has two tasks. One is control implementation, second is update control implementation information. So let's understand what do we mean by the control implementation. It means implement the control in the security and privacy plan. Organization implement the control as described in the security and privacy plan. The control implementation is consistent with the organization enterprise architecture and associated security and privacy architecture. Organization use best practices when implementing control, including system and security and privacy ensuring methodology, concepts and principle, risk assessment guide, and informed decisions regarding the cost, benefit, and risk trade-off is using different technologies or policies for the control implementation. Organization also ensure that mandatory configuration settings are established and implemented on the organization element in according with the federal and organization policies. When organization when when organization have no direct control over what controls are implemented in the system element. For example, in commercial off-the-shelf products, organization consider the use of system element control that has been tested, evaluated, and verified and approved independent third-party assessment facility. The test evaluation and validation consider product in specific configuration and in isolation. Control implementation address how the product is integrated into the system while preserving the security functionality and assurance. So this is the first task. Now let's discuss about the second task, that is update control implementation information. Document changes to planned control implementation based on as implemented state of control. Despite the control implementation detail in the security and privacy plan, the system design document, it is not always visible to implement the control as planned. Therefore, as the controls as control implementation are carried out, the security and privacy plan are updated with as implemented control implementation detail. The updates include revised description of implemented control, including changes to planned input, expected behavior, and expected output with sufficient detail to support control assessment. Documented the as implemented control information is essential to provide the capability to determine when there are changes to the control, whether those changes are authorized, and the impact of changes on the security and privacy posture of the system and the organization. So this is what we are having as a task of implement phase. Thank you for joining.